Alright, welcome back. One of the things we want to talk about in terms of motivation is self-efficacy. So in self-efficacy, we have three major dimensions we think of. The first is magnitude, the belief about how difficult a task is to be accomplished. If the task is, I mentioned before, if it's too easy, we won't try hard enough, and if we think it's beyond us, we won't try at all. Therefore, it's a big help to think we call these stretch goals, right? We really have to try to make this happen. The strength, also a factor, how confident a person is that the task can be accomplished. Right? So can we pull this off for any number of reasons? And generality, beliefs about the degree of which similar tasks can be accomplished. So if we can do this, we can do other tasks. Or the fact that we've already done other tasks leads us to think we can do this task. So there's a number of needs-based perspectives on motivations we're going to discuss. Right, so the first one is here Maslow's hierarchy of needs. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we assume that human needs are arranged in hierarchical importance. So let's jump right to the illustration here. So first, human beings need physiological needs. They have needs for, if you flip back to the other slide, right, they have needs for, we don't list it out here in detail. So this would be things like food, clothing, shelter. So, and that's what, in terms of modern organizations, base pay, hopefully, will get you, right? Second on the list, security needs. We have needs for security. So if you're our ancestors living in nomadic existence, security is just that. Are you going to be protected from predators and other nomadic tribes and so forth? Whereas in the more business world, we're not so worried about getting eaten by a lion, but we're worried about keeping our job so we can get our pension, so we have plenty to eat and a place to live when we get older, all of that. So job stability, for instance, would be a security need. Okay, and then third on the list on Maslow's, we have things like belongingness. We want to belong to a group. So in terms of outside of work, we think about our friends and friendships in different circles. Inside of work, we have a work group and our relationship with those around us. And esteem, after that, when it comes to esteem needs, so we want status, we want recognition, we want acclaim from our peers, we want a job title, we want the office with the windows, maybe the corner office, we want the large corner office, and so forth, right? And then last and rarely achieved is self-actualization. And I think of that as what it is you were actually put on the earth to do, right? You feel like this is it. And it doesn't mean you make a lot of money, but maybe you're creating, I don't know, pottery, right? And you just have that in you. Or you love to build beautiful things like buildings or whatever, right? So the interesting thing about Maslow's hierarchy of needs was the thought was while you're at one level, you can't really focus on another level, right? So if you're, suppose I think you're at the esteem level, I'm going to try to motivate you with public acclaim or a possible promotion for your job. But you're actually down here in the security needs, you're worried about the stability of your job. So until I fix that, until I make you more secure in your job, you're not going to be interested in being motivated with a promotion. Right? So managers need to understand that people are generally at one level at one time is the thought by Maslow. So you have to assess. Again, you have to pay attention. You have to figure out what level your employees are, right? And you have to address them at that level. Now keep in mind, levels can shift very, very fast, right? So you're thinking about a promotion, but all of a sudden your doctor calls and says with your results from your stress test for your heart, right, now you're down here, you're worried about your survival and so forth, right? So Maslow's is fairly simple, but it does explain how people are motivated by different things and sort of where they are in their sort of hierarchy of their concerns. The ERG theory, right, existence, relatedness, and growth, is somewhat related to this. Are we worried about existence? Are we worried about our relatedness to others? Are we worried about our growth? That would be promotions, right? You can kind of see this. The E is the first two in Maslow's, and then relatedness is maybe the next one, and then the growth is after that, right? So the assumptions in the ERG theory says that more than one need may motivate a person at the same time, whereas Maslow says no, not actually. We just move from one part of that pyramid to another very quickly. I would say probably I don't know that it matters, right? The fact that we can't tell, and certainly I don't think I can tell, it doesn't matter. We can either think of people jumping around very quickly, or we can think of people being on different levels at the same time. I don't know. I would think more likely I have no academic research in this area, but in my impressions, they jump around quickly. But again, quite frankly, it doesn't matter. Just realizing people have different levels, and those different levels affect those motivation is important for a manager.